Alrighty, everybody. Hello and welcome. Excuse me. Welcome, everyone, to a full day of fun streaming. We are back on time today after being monstrously delayed yesterday. We're back on track for a fun weekend full of streams for all of you. I hope you guys are excited. I certainly am. So, we're nearing the end of the month. Today is Friday, March 27th, 2020. We are nearing the end of March, for those who don't know. Spring is sprung, although it's funny because once spring started here, it became cloudy. It was like warm and hot all last week with sun, and then this week, all of a sudden, boom, clouds. I'm not complaining. I like the clouds because it lets my office stay cool, so that I'm not in here sweating all day as I'm streaming. And, let's face it, since we're all cooped up inside anyway, it would suck if the weather outside was good. You know? So, welcome to the stream, everyone. Hopefully everyone's having a good time and ready for some fun streams to distract us from the stress of real life, right? We all need that. So what's going down today? First of all, first stream is Nioh 2. Continuing on with this game. Now, here's the thing. I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, man, in the course of the game so far, I don't know. I really don't feel like I'm very far, right? I really don't. I get the feeling that, like, maybe I'm a third through the game. Maybe. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. And maybe. And then I kind of take a look at the videos. You know, I'm taking a look at the playthrough itself. I'm saying, you know, how long has the playthrough gone so far? And we're actually 15 videos in. And if you're not aware, each video is between an hour to an hour and a half long. So let's just estimate that we're, 17, maybe 18 hours into the game. All right. And if that's only like a third, you see what I mean? Like, this is going to be a pretty lengthy playthrough, especially right now, because of the fact that we are in the midst of so many new releases going on. You know, we've got Doom Eternal going on right now, and I'm trying to balance Nioh 2 with Doom Eternal as I try to finish up Mass Effect 2. The good news is Mass Effect 2 is at the end. We're going to do one more stream of Mass Effect 2 next week to wrap it up, and that will finally be finished, and then we could say, that's one playthrough out of the rotation. Doom Eternal, I would guess, with, how much that I've played it so far, maybe 1 to 2 more sessions, and we'll probably beat the story of Doom Eternal. We have another session coming up tomorrow and another one on Sunday. So you would think... Monday. One on tomorrow, which is Saturday, and then one on Monday. So you would think that, we would be wrapping up the other playthroughs. But the thing is, we've got new playthroughs right around the corner. In fact, exactly 1 week from today, we have the release of Resident Evil 3 Remake. All right, which is going to be very exciting. In reality now, thinking about all the games coming up soon, I'm actually getting more and more excited for Resident Evil 3 Remake, because as you guys know, I love Resident Evil. I really, really enjoyed the Resident Evil 2 Remake last year. It was one of, if not, my favorite game of the year. Overall, it was just such a great game. And I felt it was one of the best survival horror games in, like, years. Even though it was a remake, it was that damn good. So for me, I'm actually getting more and more excited for Resident Evil 3 now that it's only a week away. Okay? So that's cool. But, with all that considered, Nioh 2, I get the feeling this game's going to end up being a playthrough that I'm doing until, like, the end of April, if not into May. Only because it seems like it's so goddamn long. I remember Nioh 1 being exorbitantly long, like me expecting it, it's going to end, and it kept going and going, and I get the feeling Nioh 2 is kind of the same thing, okay? So, just for those who have enjoyed Nioh 2, you like Nioh 2 playthrough, you want to see more, just to forewarn you guys, it doesn't even seem like I'm that far into the game, and I get the feeling it's going to take a very long time to beat this game. What I'm going to be doing is balancing this with all the other high-profile new releases that you guys are excited for. So, this week will be a balance between Doom Eternal, finishing that up, and then going to Nioh 2. And then Then next week, it'll be Resident Evil 3 and Nioh 2. And then the week after that, it'll be Final Fantasy 7 Remake, balanced with Resident Evil 3 if I didn't beat it yet, and Nioh 2, you see? And that's going to carry us pretty much at least halfway into April, if not further. We've got, you know what I mean? So we got a good amount of new gameplay for you and new releases, which is exciting. But I let me put it this way. I do end up feeling a little bit, I don't want to say disappointed, but a little worried that people who are liking the Nioh 2 playthrough will be disappointed, because they want to see more of it. And I apologize for that. But listen, I absolutely have to keep going here, in a manner where I balance everything. I can't just focus in on Nioh 2 and now I don't play the other games because I'm a variety streamer. And I'm very excited for the other new games coming out, quite frankly. Am I saying I don't like Nioh 2? No. I've definitely criticized Nioh 2 in many ways. But I don't hate the game, and I'm enjoying playing it and going back to it every few days. But certainly, I feel that in regards to the game, that sadly, I just can't really focus too much on it when I've got so much else going on and all these new releases coming out in a short period of time. You see what I'm saying? So Nioh 2 isn't really the priority. It's the game that I will balance with everything else, but it's not the priority of everything else. All right? So I'm not saying I'm giving up on it, by the way. Absolutely not. It is going to continue, but it's going to be the game that I balance with everything else. All right? More than likely, I will be focusing in on everything else a lot more than Nioh 2. Nioh 2 will be the game I play between the holes in the schedule. You see what I mean? So that's the deal, all right? Let's talk a little bit about the schedule. Let's talk about what's coming up, in the next week to 2 weeks so you guys know what to expect, all right? So, today, Nioh 2. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong here, but I think I had just finished up a side mission, and I think that was the side mission where at the end I had to refight the human boss I had just fought the mission before, and I did successfully beat him on the first try this time, which is good because that would have frustrated the shit out of me. So I think that's where we left off. I'm not 100% on that, but I think it is. And so we're going to pick up where we left off. I think there's another side mission to do before we head on to the next story mission, so I'll probably do that, and then we'll do story mission, and then we'll see what else happens in the game today, okay? Later tonight, I'm very excited for this. It's my weekly throwback session Street Fighter. You guys know I love playing old school Street Fighter. I will actually go as far to say the last few sessions of old school Street Fighter have been better than recent, and here's why. Because number one, when we're playing Third Strike, I've been trying different characters. Like I've been playing with Dudley and Akuma, and it lends to better variety of gameplay than just doing, the Urian and Hugo and Ken gameplay that I was doing previous. Variety is the spice of life, as they say. But also, there's actually been way more challengers in games like Super Turbo, which has been exciting for me because I like competition, and there's a really good Bison player. There was that player last week who was playing with various characters who was pretty decent, even though, albeit that person was basically kind of abusing online strategies, which is lame, but it is what it is. Like, there was good challenge last week in what we were doing with Street Fighter. So I'm actually excited for tonight's session to see if we can get those players back, if not more players. I don't know what it is that's kind of reinvigorating the Anniversary Collection, but apparently, we're getting people to play it, and, it's good. This is a good thing, right? Excuse me. Good stuff? All right. So that's tonight. 2 hours of throwback Street Fighter fun. Tomorrow we shall return to Doom Eternal for another 4-hour session. And I get the feeling by the end of tomorrow's stream, we'll be heading into the end game. More than likely, we'll end up beating 1 to 2 stages like we usually do on one of those streams. Tomorrow night, more Animal Crossing. After last night's Animal Crossing stream, I'm actually, super excited to go play it again. Because there was so much going on in the game. Last night, I played it for the first time in almost a week. And I got to see all the things that my wife Kat had unlocked in the game over the week, including the museum, including bridges to other areas. There were new houses set up for new villagers who had joined us on the island. There was just a lot going on. I had a ladder so I could climb up to higher areas I previously couldn't reach. I found a ghost called, I guess it was a wisp, not a ghost. And I was, adding to the museum with new finds and stuff. I unlocked a dinosaur skeleton. Like, there was a lot going on. And I actually had a lot of fun playing it. So I cannot wait for tomorrow because there's still so much I didn't do. Like, I wanted to check out the shop and see if I could furnish my house and stuff. I didn't even get a chance to do that. I was so busy with all the stuff going on in the game. In fact, if I remember correctly, Tom Nook gave me some fencing, and the next thing I think I need to do is build fencing in order to unlock, like, the next leg of the story or whatever. So, it was good. People had a good, relaxing time last night. Okay? A good, relaxing time. Tomorrow, excuse me. So, that's Saturday's schedule. Sunday, we shall go back to Nioh 2 for another session on Sunday, all right? And then Sunday night, it'll be my weekly session of Morrowind. I think what we're going to do this time around is we're actually going to do some questing rather than just doing, commerce and stuff. We're going to go do some questing. In fact, we're in the midst of going on a quest now, I think. But I think we ran out of time last time and I saved or whatever. So yeah, we're going to be doing some questing in Morrowind this coming Sunday night. And then on Monday, more Doom Eternal, and my hope, not my guarantee, but my hope would be that we can actually finish Doom Eternal's campaign story on Monday. Because that would mean that it's, another game wrapped up. And am I going to play more Doom Eternal? Yes, I'm going to be playing the multiplayer. I definitely want to check out the multiplayer, which I haven't had a single chance to try yet because I've been so busy with the campaign over the last week. So if we finish early on Monday, I'll probably switch over and try my first impressions on the multiplayer of the game. Okay? So let's see how it goes. But that should be Monday. Hopefully we can wrap up Doom. And then Monday night will be my weekly Minecraft stream. For what I understand this week, we actually are going to focus in on the mob grinder again. If you remember last week, we built the entire Yoshi egg. So that was a project that was completed, pretty much building in one go, which was excellent. And now we can move back to the mob grinder for a bit before we move on to the next project on the docket, which is actually going to be some Greek or Roman style architecture. Okay? So there you go. Tuesday I'm off from streaming. That'll be my day off to get groceries, which hopefully will not be difficult. The last 2 weeks I just had to get up really early to go grocery shopping, but I was able to get everything I needed. And, that'll be a day when I have to get supplies and stuff. And, of course, relax with my wife. Have a relaxing day at home, which should be nice. And then on Wednesday, I shall return back. And Wednesday will be up in the air. But more than likely, I think what we're going to do is just try to finish Mass Effect 2 that day. Wrap up the story of Mass Effect 2. Get it done. That way the playthrough's completed. And we can not have a lingering thing going on with all new releases coming out. Wednesday night will probably be more Call of Duty Warzone. Since you guys seem to like me playing it, I'll probably check it out more that night. And then on Thursday, we'll play it by ear. That Thursday will either be more Nioh 2 or Doom Eternal, depending on, scheduling, how far did I get on Monday with Doom Eternal, etc. All right? And then, of course, like I said, a week from today is the release of Resident Evil 3 Remake, and I'll be all about that on that day. Okay? So that's good stuff. I hope, I definitely hope you guys are liking all this, all the streams. I mean, from what I can see, you are. You guys are hanging out and having a good time every day with me, and I appreciate that very much. I hope you guys will continue to have a good time. And, thank you for being here and hanging out with me on a daily basis. It's good stuff, right? Now, pretty much a final reminder at this point. The Viewer's Choice event. The nominations process is about to end for games for the upcoming Viewer's Choice event. This is your absolute final chance for you to nominate any games for Viewer's Choice. You can either do it by typing ! Viewer's Choice into the stream chat, or by just waiting every 20 minutes or so, the link will pop up by which you can click on it and just go right in there, okay? So, the reason that I say that is because this weekend, I'm going to take all of the games that you nominated. I'm going to tally them up. I'm going to create a poll based on your the tallies or your nominations. And the poll is going to be the games that were most nominated, probably like the top 10. And you guys will be able to vote on what games you want to see, and whatever wins that poll will end up being the Viewer's Choice playthrough. When will the Viewer's Choice playthrough happen? I'm going to estimate between the middle to late April it will begin, because by then, more than likely, I will have wrapped up playthroughs of games like Resident Evil 3 Remake. I'll probably be a good tear into the Final Fantasy VII Remake at that point. And it'll be a good game to balance in with Nioh 2 and Final Fantasy 7. We'll have variety between like 3 games for the second half of the month, okay? So I'm excited. And I hope that you guys are excited too. I cannot wait to see what ends up being, the winner here. I have no clue. I'll be honest, I haven't looked. I have not looked. I've been so busy with all kinds of shit going on in my life and everything, and this whole coronavirus thing affecting everything, that I haven't had a single moment to go check out the games you guys have nominated, so I don't have a clue what we could even be possibly looking at when it comes to the games for this event, okay? So I guess we're going to find out, all right? So, we'll see. I'll let you know. I think it's going to probably be more than likely like Sunday night when I get a chance to sit down and work on that and make the poll and everything, so. All right, guys, so that is the deal. That's business update. Hope you guys all like the scheduling and you like all the stuff coming up and everything. Good stuff coming up, right? All right. So outside of that, everything else is going pretty good now. At this point, we're going smoothly through the streams and everything. I hope that you guys feel that way too. You're enjoying everything. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art recently. Thanks to people who've submitted new remixes recently. Streams are going good. All right, guys. All right. Let's move on to the second segment. The second segment of the pre-stream, which is the gratuitous plugs. Ladies and gentlemen, I personally thank you for over 11 years that I've been a content creator on the internet, sharing daily gameplay experiences with all of you. I wholeheartedly say thank you very much for all of that. I really do appreciate it, okay? That being said, things have certainly not been easy. It's been a bumpy road with highs and lows and all kinds of stuff going on. I used to be a full-time YouTuber for quite a long time until basically YouTube unraveled at the seams and became a business that was not sustainable for someone, like me. So I ended up becoming a full-time streamer. And the last 3 years that I've been a full-time streamer have been absolutely amazing. I love hanging out with all of you guys every single day on stream. I feel our streams are meaningful. They're positive. They're fun. They give people an escape from the stresses of real life, and that's what it's all about, right? That being said, I still rely, almost solely on Twitch TV revenue. And what I mean by that is, crowdfunding during the streams. Do I still make a little bit of money on YouTube? Yes. Is it anywhere near enough to be sustainable? Hell no. Nothing like it used to be. Okay, now these days, it's more about crowdfunding on the streams, right? So, please understand that, and please, if you like the content that I put out, consider contributing to the streams to keep it going. If you like the fact that I'm here 6 days a week full-time live streaming for all of you guys. If you enjoy the fact that I still do upload the archives to YouTube. Despite the fact that, again, their ad revenue is nowhere near as good as it used to be. It's more fan service for the people who cannot check out the streams than anything else. But please, if you enjoy all of that, and you would like to see all of this continue, all right, then please consider contributing in one of the methods that I'm about to outline right here on the pre-stream. But that being said, before I even mention a single way that you can contribute, I want you all guys to understand something up front. My streams are free. My streams have always been free. They always will be free. Twitch TV is a free video service, right? I don't want anyone to feel that contributions are mandatory. I don't want anyone to feel like because they cannot contribute during, a certain day or whatever, that they're the odd man out, or, you shouldn't feel bad about that. That's not the purpose of my streams. I've been a lifelong gamer. I have always loved video games. They have been my passion and my hobby for most of my life. I made YouTube videos for 2.5 years before I ever monetized a single one of the gameplay videos that I had. Reason being, it was my hobby. Once I lost my full-time job and I needed to find an alternate source of revenue, that's when I started monetizing my videos, okay? If I somehow lost my capability of live streaming as a full-time streamer, I would still do my best to try to stream for you guys as much as I could, even though I know it would be a much reduced capacity from what I do today. I would still try to be here for you guys and stream with you because that's how much it means to me, I feel that our streams are meaningful and positive enough that I love it, and that's why I do it. I don't do this to make a paycheck. I mean, is it my job? Yes, but it kind of fell into doing that. It was never intended, all right? So please understand that because, I don't want anyone to get any misconceptions. This is free stuff. I'm very happy to just have people come and hang out with me on the streams and that's enough for me. But absolutely, if you can contribute and you want to see this continue, please do. I rely on your crowdfunding efforts to keep this going, okay? So all that being said, let's talk about ways that you can contribute. First of all, I have Patreon. Patreon.com/DarkSidePhil is a monthly pledge campaign where you can contribute and earn personal perks for your contributions. I will not go into massive detail about it because everything is publicly listed there. I just want to say thank you to those who are ongoing pledgees to my Patreon. And with the month ending in just a few days, last chance if you do want to pledge to my Patreon and get in on the perks for the upcoming month. It all ends on the 31st of March if you want to get in on this month's perks. So give it a look, and thanks to anyone who does contribute. I also have a Teespring store where I sell merch. Teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. It's good quality stuff, mostly t-shirts, a few other things like bugs and hoodies. If you buy something from there, you help me out and you get a cool collectible. So please give it a look. Thanks a lot to anyone who does get anything. But in reality, I'm well aware that the major focus is the live streams themselves. Therefore, if you're here on the live stream right now and you want to contribute in a way that's going to get you some live interaction with me, a shout out, a thank you, you can do that. All right. If you either cheer with bits or you subscribe to the channel or you tip me today, I will give you a live thank you shout out as long as your message is in line with the rules of the channel. Okay. Please understand that there's rules and regulations. You can't be insulting. You can't derail the stream with a giant paragraph or something that has nothing to do with anything or song lyrics, etc. All that kind of stuff is not allowed. Fair enough? Okay. So please understand that. And, what I say and do on my streams is my discretion. At the same time, most people get it, and we have a really fun, positive time on the stream every day. So, good stuff, right? So, thank you guys in advance for any contributions that you're considering. If you take a look at the top of your screens, you will see a stream stats leaderboard. This is a leaderboard that I update periodically with things like the top cheerer and top tipper of every stream. It's a way to give you guys extra recognition for your contributions. In addition, there's 2 other leaderboards that are built into Twitch itself that track things such as the top cheerers of the week, as well as the top subscription gifters of the week. All right, all the really good things. So we're gonna give recognition to all these people in just a moment. All right. So all that being said, and all those things mentioned, you might be wondering, what is the best way to contribute? Because there's a million ways to contribute, right? The best way, very matter of factly, to contribute is by tipping me. When you tip me, those are funds that I could put immediately towards important things. This week in particular, I have 3 big bills that I have to pay in the next 4 days. So all income coming in from tips is going towards those 3 big bills that I need to pay by month end. All right. So please, by all means, consider contributing via tips if you can. That's the best way that's going to help me out right now. All right. I still appreciate all of the contributions. If you cheer, you sub, you buy something from Teespring, that's great. But all those methods of contribution have a delay or a lead time before I see any kind of a positive benefit from them. Versus if you tip me right now, those are funds I use immediately for important things, like these bills coming up, okay? So please consider tipping me if at all you can. I appreciate that, guys, very much. And thanks to anyone who does. Now, you'll see there's a tip skull on the screen. We've been doing this for the past few days to week. You guys seem to really enjoy the fact that if I hit the tip skull, I put on my vest. I don't know why. I still don't understand the reasoning behind this. I don't. But you guys seem to really like it. The vest has become a meme. It's become a positive thing on my streams. You guys seem to really enjoy. I don't understand the gimmick of it. So, I don't know. But, if you guys want to see me put on the vest today, yes, if we hit the tip skull today, I will put on the vest. Simply because it is not a sunny day today, meaning that it's not any kind of a super warm day. The sun's not out, therefore it should be cool in the office and I'd be able to wear the vest. So if we hit the tip skull, yes, I will wear the vest. All right? Sound good? Okay. All right, guys. So that's awesome. Thank you very much for the support. Let's continue. Let's now talk about the rules of the stream, if you will, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So, oh wait, you know what? I forgot. I almost skipped a section. We got to talk about tipping. If tipping is the best way to help, then how do you tip? I'll tell you how to tip. You can either type exclamation point, tip into the stream chat, or you can click on the tips jar button that's below the stream. If you're going to tip, there's two ways you can do it. You can either use a registered PayPal account if you have one, or you could tip with a debit or credit card like you're doing any other payment over the internet. If you don't see that option, you got to fully load my PayPal tips page on a desktop device, or if you're on a mobile device, tell it to specifically load the desktop version, then those options should pop up. All right. Now, I'm looking out for you guys, and as a public service announcement, all right, I just want you guys to know that I'm looking out for you, and I want you to be protected on the internet. Sadly, there's a ton of people on the internet who are really disgusting, toxic, malicious people, and they will do whatever they can to hurt you just because they can. All right? So I just want you to understand that. I want you to be protected. And so if you're going to contribute to a stream, you want to do your best to protect your identity. Right now, you probably have absolutely no concept of how much of your personal information is on the internet, probably including your friends, your family members, maybe where you work or where you hang out. It's all probably on your social media. They're in the public, and you don't realize it. Therefore, if you're going to contribute on a stream today, do so as anonymously as possible. For example, if you're going to tip me, you could tip anonymously, and then no one could tie that to you. Or you can make up a name. It has nothing to do with yourself or your social media presence, and no one would know it's you, and no one can come after you to harass you for it. So I'm just throwing this out there. Please be aware of the incredible amount of personal info we probably all have on the internet and how it can be mobilized against you. These people will do it just because they can, not because there's any kind of benefit for them, but because they feel that doing malicious stuff to people on the internet somehow is a nice thing. Yeah, I figured that one out. I have no idea, okay? But, you know, please do your best to protect yourselves. I really, really want you guys to be safe, okay? All right, moving on to the rules of the stream. I like to maintain a certain chill mentality on my streams. That means that when you come to my streams, you can relax and have fun and escape all of those in-life stresses that you have every single day. Right now, we are all stressed out to the near max because of what's going on in the world with this coronavirus. We're all uncertain about what the hell's going to happen. You know, how long will the lockdown be that will be isolated? Is it going to be another week? Is it going to be another 2 weeks? Is it going to be another month? Is it going to be another year? How long do we have to live this way? You know? And the thing is, we don't want to sit here on a gameplay stream thinking about that all day, right? We want to escape that. We want to have this nice relaxing mentality where you can just be here and have fun and not worry about that shit. So, that's my mentality on the stream, and I have certain rules that I put into effect to try to make that happen. The first is I have to abide by all the rules and regulations of Twitch.tv. That way we don't get into trouble. I can't just say and do whatever I want on my streams. I hope you guys understand that. But in addition to that, my own personal rule sets. Excuse me. First of all, we don't talk about politics or religion. We just don't. All right? Those are topics that I feel that if we open them for discussion, people are just going to argue. People are just going to get really nasty about them. People are just going to, you know, disagree constantly and be at each other's throats. And every time that I've seen this happen in the 11 years I've been a content creator, it's been a negative thing. I'm sorry, but it just seems to be the case with those topics. They're not good topics for chill gameplay streams. All right. In addition, as I've already mentioned, we already know what's going on in the real world with this COVID-19 or coronavirus, pandemic. We don't need to be constantly talking about it every waking moment in the stream chat. All that's going to do is make people worried and basically negate the whole point of the chill streams. So please understand that. And please do your best to not be talking about it every waking moment. I'm certainly not going to ban the topic for discussion in the stream chat, but if I see the entire chat is being derailed by discussion about this instead of paying attention to the gameplay, then we're going to have to do something about it. All right? Now, I'm also well aware that there's a ton of people out there who are complete shitheads, who on a daily basis only basically get any kind of entertainment by making fun of me, defaming me, trying to start controversy, trying to start conspiracy theories, trying to defame myself and my family members who should be innocent in all this, but they're not either because people attack them too. It's pretty fucked up how messed up the world is and how toxic these people are. The bottom line is I know these people exist and I can't do anything about it. I'm here to put out a positive gameplay stream and ignore all of their crap. As long as you're here on the stream, you should feel isolated from all that negative crap and not have to be affected by it. Therefore, we have rules in effect that you don't bring that crap up. I don't care about who said what. I don't care about what the latest controversy is that they fabricated. I don't care about their latest insulting thing that they said. I don't give two shits. All right? I'm here to enjoy fun, positive gameplay with all of you and put out a meaningful gameplay stream that makes you feel chill and relaxed and that we can all have a good time together. That's the point. Okay? So let's focus in on that. please understand bringing up this negative stuff. There's two bad things. First of all, it derails the stream. We're all here being positive. Last thing we want to do is talk about these negative shitheads. Secondly, it gives attention, undue attention, to those who don't deserve it. So even though you may be bringing it up, oh man, Phil, are you aware that this is going on? There's no point in doing that in the stream chat at all. All it does is derail the positive content. So don't do it. It's against the rules. Please understand us. Understand that, excuse me. Okay? All right. Now to the third and final segment of the pre-stream, the shout-outs for those of you who have contributed. We start to update the leaderboards and we have fun conversation together, so let's get to that, okay? Fair enough. So, overnight, I had a couple contributions that actually came in. We had Mike Boyo, who resubscribed for 3 months. Thank you, Mike Boyo, for a 3-month resub. We had X Crade, who did a 6-month resub and started giving me some tips about Nioh 2. He says, the Odachi and the Axe users have natural high poise, along with human bosses and large yokai. You should... wow, excuse me. Holy shit. All right, let's try that again. You should aim to anticipate the timing of their attacks instead and fight back and forth with them. Even the snakes can become trivial when you do this. So here's the thing. I have a couple comments on this. First of all, what you just said made sense. Odachi and Axe users, these are giant weapons. You would think giant burly dudes would be the ones using them, and they would have like high poise ratings or whatever, right? But then you say human bosses. This makes no sense to me. Of all the things in the game, the humans should be the things you do stagger. I don't understand why the bosses have just insanely high poise for no reason. That's kind of what blew me away when I was fighting both. The one human boss that I fought so far in the game, this guy using the lightning abilities. I forgot his name already, but he seems to be able to attack through everything you do, which is stupid, because if he's wide open, you should be able to stagger. In fact, I couldn't get his stagger bar to fill up during the fight at all. They just wouldn't let me fill the stagger bar. I don't understand it. I'm fighting ginormous demon monsters. You know, demon bosses. And they stagger, but the fucking little wimpy human who throws lightning bolts, I can't beat him. You know, I can't stagger him, and it's stupid. I don't understand that mechanic at all. It doesn't even make sense to me as a gamer. That doesn't make sense. You would think it's the humans you can stagger, it's the demons you can't. The game did the opposite, okay? Anyway, continuing on. He says, even the snakes can become trivial when you do this. See, here's the thing about the snakes. What I really hate about the snakes is their speed and their range. I don't care about their high poise. I know they have high poise, and if you try to do a combo, they're going to hit you back or whatever. What I don't like is that the snake at any moment can dash across the entire screen and do that big spinning tail whip that hits you for ginormous damage. We're talking like 50% of your health bar with one single swiping hit. You would think, oh, if it has a quick hit like that, it wouldn't do a lot of damage because it's pretty much unavoidable. No, it does like almost your whole health bar. That's what pisses me off about Nioh. Is it seems like they really, in Nioh 2, made an effort to make it unfair. Let's give insanely high range, high speed, high damage moves to normal enemies. Like, what the fuck were they thinking here? They probably weren't. Let's be honest here. They probably weren't fucking thinking at all. They just thought make it hard because they make it difficult because that's the get good community likes it. Make it difficult. Don't make it fun or accessible. Make it difficult, man. Yeah. Make it so it takes you 4 months to beat the game, man. Fucking stupid in my opinion. Anyway, X-Crate, I do thank you for the tips. I'll try to take these to heart and try to remember this now. If there's a human boss, fuck it. I'll never stun the guy. I just gotta dodge and hit constantly. I'll never be able to use the normal gameplay mechanics against them. Fair enough. Froggins also did a cheer overnight. Basically, Froggins was the person who helped me with a lot of the things on the stream. Like, for example, a lot of these custom pop-up messages and things that you guys are seeing now for contributions. And he has a bunch of good suggestions of ways that I can improve them. And he sent me a very lengthy email on it. I skimmed through it this morning, and I was like, okay, this is a lot of stuff to do to improve. I definitely want to implement it. I'll tell you this right now, Froggins. I don't know when I'll be able to do that simply because it looks like it's going to take me a lot of time to implement that stuff, to read through and understand and, find the settings and do it. I got other stuff behind the scenes that I got to do as well. So I'll do my best to try to get a chance to implement all that stuff on my streams when I can. Okay, guys? We'll see. But thank you, Froggins, for the cheer and for the suggestions. And I'll do my best here. All right? The Villain X resubscribed for 8 months in a row. 11 total. Thank you very much, Villain X. I appreciate that very much. Okay? All right. Let's see here. So, someone tipped $1. I'm not going to give specifics on anything here, but someone's basically saying they got banned this morning because they were talking about the IRS and stream chat and got banned. Yeah. If you're coming here talking about my personal taxes and the IRS and dumb shit like that, you're going to get banned. That has nothing to do with the content of the streams. That's personal stuff that has nothing to do with anything. And if you do discuss it, you will get banned. It's that simple. Like, you're violating the rules directly. That's, stupid shit that detractors delves in. It has nothing to do with the content of my streams. So, if you do feel this was a legitimate mistake, and you're like, oops, it was a mistake, I didn't mean to do it, you can email me, or you can contact any moderator. They'll look into the situation. But I'm not going to just unban you on a whim. I don't even know the situation. So, there you go. Blooming Marsh to me $5 and says, what experts would you turn to if you started being plagued by supernatural phenomenon like your car keys disappearing? I'm not aware that your car keys disappearing is a supernatural phenomenon. At all. That's like a commonplace state that probably happens, misplacing your car keys, and now you can't find them. This is a common thing. If I saw my car keys, free floating in front of me, inexplicably, in a repeated way, like they were like possessed by something, that'd be different. But if my car keys just kept disappearing, I don't think that I would freak out. And in fact, in my life, I think I've lost my car keys twice ever. I'm really good about that kind of stuff, about knowing where I put stuff down and everything. I make it a habit to never put down my car keys unless I'm in my house. And usually the second I'm in my house, I'm, putting my car keys where I hang them so that I know where they are all the time. So, there's no ghost in my house, first of all. But I have no idea what this is in reference to, Blooming Marsh. What authority would I appeal to? I'm not aware there is an authority on supernatural matters. I'm not aware at all. So in that regards, I would have no clue what to do. I guess I would have to jump to the internet and see what I could find, right? So all that being said, guys, it is what it is. Supernatural stuff may exist, it may not. I've never had any supernatural experiences, so I've never been forced to be in a situation where this is anything that I need to consider. But there you go, and thank you, Blooming Marsh, for the $5 tip. Rob8777 resubscribed to the channel for 23 months in a row and 27 months total. He says, thank you for keeping me company again. We have a small but also community of regulars. Yeah, and it's pretty damned awesome. It's cool to hang out with you guys every day. Again, it's cool that I am still able to do this during this entire pandemic and be a place where you guys can hang out and have fun and escape all the stress of real life. No, I really enjoy that, okay? I really enjoy that very much. So thank you very much for that, and I appreciate that. All right, let's continue on. Respergoo did a 200-bit cheers. Says, happy Friday, DSP. Put on the vest, man. Well, Respergoo, as I said, if we hit the tips goal for today, I will put on the vest. So we'll see how things go today. We do have some generous individuals who are contributing already, which is nice, so thank you to them. We'll see what happens. Speaking of the devil, the Villain X has just tipped me $10, and he says, stay healthy and positive. Thank you very much, Villain X. I'm doing my best. I mean, as you guys know, I only go out of my house once a week anyway, because I'm so busy with work. Excuse me. So I do my best to quarantine. So it's a self-imposed quarantine. It isn't even like because I was told, like, this is my lifestyle, right? My wife, not so much. My wife has to work. So she has to go out there. I don't know what's going on with my mouse. Apparently it died. I think my mouse just completely died on me. Yup. Well, this hasn't happened in a long time. It's fine. It's just one AA battery. I'll go grab one. Yeah, my wife's not as lucky as me. She has to go out and work in person with people who, like I told you guys, earlier this week, it's pretty incredible that people are going out and doing, like, casual shopping. Oh, I'm here for a pair of slacks. Oh, I'm here to buy sneakers. It's like, what? It's a fucking pandemic, you dickhead. What are you doing out here shopping for clothes? But that's what these idiots are doing. But anyway, yeah, doing my best. So far, so good. And hopefully, it keeps up. Although, I mean, again, I've been under the impression, quite frankly, that eventually everyone's going to get this. Just like the flu. Eventually, in life, everyone catches the flu. Some people just get it in a minor way and don't even realize they have it. Some people get it in a major way, and it really fucks with them, but everyone gets the flu at some point. So it seems to me like everyone's going to get it. It's just a matter of we need to build up an immunity to the goddamn thing. I don't want to get it. I don't want to spread it, so I'm doing my best. All right, guys, I need to go get a battery or else I can't update the leaderboards. So give me a second. I'm going to go grab a double A. I'll be right back. Okay. The mouse turned right back on, so that's a good sign that it's not the mouse is broken or something. It's just that the battery had run out. I always worry because my equipment is super old. Like, everything in my office is old as hell. I think the newest stuff in my office is the PS4 Pro and the TV, both of which I got almost 2 years ago now. But seriously, all my equipment here, this wireless mouse, no lie, I think I bought it like 5-6 years ago, and I've been using it every day. The logo on it and everything is completely worn off. Everything, my laptop is ancient and barely runs. The webcam I'm using is probably 7-8 years old. I guess I could say the microphone and the audio device receiver, whatever it's called, I guess that's about 5 years old because I remember it was 2015 when people helped me set that up. You see what I mean? Like, everything here is so old that at a moment's notice anything could break. Luckily, I've been very lucky in that regard that nothing's broken in quite some time. The last thing that actually broke in my office was one of my computer monitors died a while ago. When was that? 2 years ago? I want to say it was like early 2018, and I was forced to get an inexpensive replacement that was like $150, on Amazon. And so that was good that I was able to get a quick replacement and everything. But most of the stuff in here is so old that, and like I said, at a moment's notice, I'm worried that stuff could break. But I've been lucky in that regard. So knock on wood, as they say. Wow, someone named Mild Colester, which obviously is supposed to be child molester. I don't know why they think that's funny. Timmy $1 says, if we hit $200, will you wear a Spider-Man onesie with assless chaps? First of all, they don't put chaps on onesies. So, I think you're a little confused. But, no, I will not do that. But thanks for a dollar tip, you weirdo. Honest Fan did a 50-bit cheers. Said, let's get the stream going. Love that we're back to full pre-stream. Some of us, that's the best part. Any plans for a post-stream? No. And the reason we're back to full pre-stream is because I feel there's important information to discuss, and we can have these conversations before we get to the gameplay so it doesn't derail the gameplay later. Okay? Okay. JBowler21 has resubscribed for 19 months. Thank you very much, JBowler. I appreciate that. Ross Prey did a 240-bit cheer. He says, happy streaming, Phil. What's the hardest boss fight you've ever had in a video game? I actually talked about this yesterday or 2 days ago. I can't remember when, but someone asked me this very same question. And my question back to that person was, well, are we considering a boss that I beat or didn't beat? Because obviously you would say the hardest boss is the boss you never beat. And I would say either, thinking about this a little bit further after a couple days, the final boss of Ninja Gaiden 1, because not only do you have to get through the entire first stage of the game from the start to get to the boss, but then you got to beat a multi-phase difficult boss all in one life. You die, it's over. Okay? So that's insanely hard. But I say the boss that has beaten me worse than anything before was this boss that you guys don't know about because it was before I was a YouTuber. In Lost Odyssey, the RPG from Mistwalker Studios, there is a secret super boss hidden in the game. There's some certain criteria you have to fulfill in order to fight this boss. It is so hard and has so much HP that to beat it, you have to fight it for about 30 to 45 minutes. Okay? Now, if you have a certain pattern that you maintain of healing and items to replenish and stuff like that, you can basically keep this slow grind going for an incredibly long time. And if you're lucky, you can beat him. But I never beat him. I tried beating this guy probably like 5 times. And every fucking time, I just either had bad luck or something went wrong. I never beat him. And it was so frustrating because it's so time consuming to fight this boss. And the other thing is, I had actually beaten everything else in the game but this one boss. I'd really enjoyed Lost Odyssey as a playthrough, and I was incredibly upset that of all the things in the game, there was a boss that had bested me, basically, and there was no way that I could beat him, no matter how much I tried. So, there you go. Egg Gangster, I have no idea what you're talking about. He's saying he got banned. I don't know, man. You already know. I've said this a million times. Doing this, there is absolutely no good to come of asking me to unban you live during the stream. All right? I have no idea how to I'm not going to stop this and say, okay, let's just stop streaming now so I could read through hundreds of logs to see why you were banned. There's 2 things you can do if you're banned. You can contact any moderator behind the scenes and say, hey, I was banned. I feel it was unfairly. I don't know what happened. Can you tell me? Or you can email me. Those are the 2 ways to go about getting unbanned. It's that simple. And if you're doing any other thing like, oh, I'm going to send Phil a tip during the stream to get unbanned, it's not going to work. It's a complete waste of your time. Okay? The Otaku fan tipped me $1 and says, I looked through your YouTube channel. I never knew you actually played Xenoblade Chronicles in 2012. My question is, we consider playing the definitive edition on Switch coming out on May 29th. I just got that question again like 2 days ago or yesterday. I don't remember. My answer was as follows. Back then in 2012, first of all, I wasn't even live streaming. It was just me playing it isolated. So with no interaction, no one watching live, playing long, grindy JRPGs, it wasn't as fun as it is today. Like the last few years that I've been able to play RPGs with a live audience has been a hell of a lot more fun. I mean, think about how much fun we had with Dragon Quest XI. That was a super duper fun playthrough. And I played the entirety of the game from start to finish, including all the post-game content. I mean, it was 80+ hour playthrough. It was fun every step of the way because we had these chill, fun streams every time I played it. All right? So, interactivity on the streams definitely improves the quality of an RPG playthrough, in my opinion. And so I feel that maybe today, playing a game like Xenoblade Chronicles would be a much more viable option than back then. Because what happened back then was, I was basically kind of getting bored with the grindiness of the game. And I felt like I wasn't entertaining to me as much, and my viewing audience was saying exactly the same thing. The views were way down, and people were like, dude, this is, boring to watch. So I dropped the playthrough and never went back to it. Maybe today things would be different. Maybe today people would find it much more entertaining to watch simply because there's an interactive audience. We can entertain each other by talking and having fun rather than it just being about the game. You see what I mean? So, yes, would I consider going back to Otaku fan, going back to Xenoblade Chronicles because there's this definitive remastered edition coming out on Switch in late May per Otaku fans? Question here. Would I consider it? Yes. However, am I going to commit to it? Hell no, because I don't know what's going on in late May. When I last checked the gaming schedule, which was 2 months ago in January, the gaming schedule was like wide open. I know in May there's Last of Us 2, and outside of that, I don't know what the hell's going on in May. There may have been tons of new game release dates and stuff since then. And, what I will do is probably within the next month, I will try to make a concerted effort to sit down, review all of the game release dates that now have been updated, and let you guys know what I'm interested in for, this second quarter of the year that we're about to head into, so that we can have an idea of what's coming up and what to expect. And, if time permits and there's a lot of open time there, maybe I would play it. But here's the thing. There's a big if. Keep in mind, I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Remake right before it, and all reports are saying that if you do the side content of that game, it could be incredibly long, which is a good thing. But do you really want to do back-to-back JRPGs? The other thing is, we got a Viewer's Choice event that very shortly people are going to start voting on, and I don't know what the Viewer's Choice event's going to be. I have no idea what kind of stuff people nominated. If it ends up being a JRPG, there's no way that I could do Final Fantasy VII Remake, a Viewer's Choice JRPG, and then another JRPG back to back to back. That's not going to work, okay? So, let's see. what happens, and go from there. All right. Electron7234, thank you for the cheer. Yes, I am well aware of that situation. I'm not going to really talk about it or bring it up here on the stream. But yeah, well aware. Everyone who was, was there was well aware of what was going on. Okay. Excuse me. Frenolith has resubscribed for 10 months and says, Nioh 2, baby. And on the 7th day, the Doge of Foggia, Italy, Filberto Bernelli said, let there be rage. Well, there you go. Thank you very much. I'm pretty dramatic. But thank you for the resub, Frenolith. I appreciate that. Primal Anura has resubscribed for 4 months. Thank you, Primal Anura. He says, my... Woo! It's a big sneeze. He says, hey, my fiance and I want you to wear the cowboy hat. Well, the way it works is this. If we get the tips goal today, I'll put on the vest. That seems to be everyone's priority. They want the vest. I've always said as a crazy stretch goal, if we double the tips goal, I'll put on the cowboy hat. If that's what you guys really want, I will do it on the stream. But I don't think it's going to happen. All right? So hold on 1 second because I just sneezed so crazily. Let me go blow my nose. All right? That way it won't happen again. I'll be right back. All right, nose is blown, so let's continue, everybody. Let's see here. Yes, Shart Side Bill tipped me $1. This is totally legit, by the way. He says, I'm addicted to hand sanitizer. It's high in alcohol content. What should I do? Truth of the matter is, if you were drinking hand sanitizer, you'd be dead. Because it's ethyl alcohol, which is the one that kills you. Actually, I take that back. Is it isopropyl or ethyl? It's basically the alcohol that kills you. If you were to actually ingest hand sanitizer, you would die. You would poison yourself and die. There's 2 different kinds of alcohol, and I get them confused. There's one that's fine for ingestion, and there's one that's not. You're taking the wrong one, you're going to kill yourself. So, I know you're full of shit, but thanks for the $1 tip. Snow Carl, just cheers. As a cost-saving measure, should you use a mouse and keyboard with a cord? Batteries are not cheap. At one point, I did. At one point, I actually had a mouse that was like a super long cord that ran over here. That one broke. Truth of the matter is, I already have way too many cords running all around my office, and another set of cords is just not going to work. Like I said, at one point I was doing that, and I had to go to wireless just because of, ease of use and space and everything, organization here. We couldn't have a cord. If I had a mouse cord right now, it would be running over my keyboard of my laptop, which doesn't work. I know because I've tried it before. I've tried many different ways to get this working, and, it was one that didn't work, so. Okay, continuing on. Let's see here. The big the big lie is a lie. I couldn't understand it. The big lie is a lie that 100-bit cheer and says, hey Phil, hope you and your family are doing well. Please keep persevering in Nioh 2. Much like Nioh 1, it's tough to get your build fleshed out. That's kind of what I was alluding to earlier on in the game. I said, I bet this game's going to be incredibly difficult until later on in the game. You have a build that works for you. You got more HP, or you got, you know what I mean? You got your skills unlocked. So now, for me, the biggest annoyance in the game is that even the little enemies can still almost insta-kill me. Why is it I'm fighting the little yokai demon dudes from the very beginning of the game this far in, and I've upgraded my health 1,000,000 times and everything, and they're still hitting me for like 50% damage. It's like, what the fuck? Even in Dark Souls, that doesn't happen. In Dark Souls, if you fight the little weaklings, they don't take 90% damage off with one hit. So I don't understand why that is. It's just so stupid. And then you fight a boss, and it's not even that bad in that regard. It's like, they didn't really scale it properly. Again, I really feel they want that. It's a get good mentality game, right? And like, well, some people don't want that, you know? So you pigeonholed yourself. All right. Uzi Gohard cheered. He said, sitting back, sipping a Stella with my feet up at work, enjoying the nice Florida weather. Well, glad to hear you're doing well, Uzi Gohard. Thank you. Let's see here. Richie7 tipped me $4 and says, thanks for all the entertainment while we're stuck at home. I'm enjoying suffering through Nioh alongside you. Yeah, I know, right? It really does feel like some stages are fine, and you go through them and they're fun. And at some stages, it's just like, it feels like it's suffering. It almost feels like it feels like they intended that. And that's what I don't understand about the game. Like, were you going for difficulty and challenge and fun of discovery, or were you going for, like, just hurt you, you know, pain? And that's what it kind of seems like to me. Like, they were going, pain, pain, pain. Yes, let's cause as much pain for the gamer as possible. I'm not of that philosophy. I say, make it at least fair, so it's not constant pain, but it looks like that's what they were going for in a lot of ways here, huh? Okay. Honest fan cheered. He said, what do we get if we triple the tips goal? How about the Vespa no shirt? That's absolutely disgusting. No, I don't want to blind my viewers. I also don't want to lose my ability to stream on Twitch. Listen, I severely doubt we're tripling the tips goal today. We'll think about that when we get to it. All right? If we ever do. You got to take it step by step. The Green Giant tipped me $1. He says, the Pokemon DLC will be releasing on June 30th. Pretty excited for your return this summer. Plus, your Pokemon Sword playthrough was one of my favorites of last year and a surprise hit for sure. I completely agree. Keep in mind, I had played Pokemon games before, and that was before I was doing the interactive style of streaming, so they were kind of, yeah, all right, they were okay. But now that I'm interactive streaming, they were way better, you know? People giving me tips on how to catch the rare Pokemon, and us interacting and having fun conversation while the Pokemon gameplay and story is unfolding. And then for a whole month and a half there, when I was trying to fill the Pokedex and we were finding unique ways to catch every Pokemon, that was super fun to me. And again, that's something I've never really done before. So I was very, very pleasantly surprised with how that playthrough went. And I'm very happy that so many people would turn out just to hang out with me in Pokemon constantly. That was really nice. So thank you, Green Giant, first of all, for the $1 tip. And thank you for that sentiment. I am excited as you. And June 30th, the expansion comes out. Very nice. Good stuff. All right. Snow Carl cheered. Is there no ill intent? Do you think you have deteriorating eyesight? I have no idea. What I can tell you is this. I can read everything on the screen when I'm playing a video game. I can read everything on my laptop screen in front of me. I have a little bit of difficulty reading the stuff on the monitor that's way back in my office where I monitor the stream quality. I always had issue with that. You know, I've been doing this setup now with OBS, I've been doing this setup for about 4 years. And with just in general streaming, because I used to use, God, I can't even remember, ADS or something it was called. I can't even remember what the old streaming software was. But I always had issue reading what was way out in the background over here on the screen because it's so far away from me and just tiny text, okay? Now, what I'll say is this. What I will say is this. In regards to games these days, I don't know why they're doing this, but it seems to me that every single game is like shrinking the subtitles into these microscopic sizes. Now, here's what I don't understand. Games are becoming higher resolution. Games are becoming, 1080p minimum, you would hope, right? Some games are going full 4K. Why did we shrink the subtitles so much? Just because there's more pixels on the screen, we don't, you know what I mean? Like, you don't scale the size of the text. I don't have a problem with it, but I know a lot of my viewers do. They say to me, dude, I can't read those subtitles. Or, man, you're in a menu. I can't read half the text. I agree with you. I don't know why they've done this. And it seems like all games are following suit in the last like 2-3 years. All the games have completely shrunken, not only subtitles, but menus and everything. We're not all, we don't have fucking giant telescopes and magnifying glasses. We're not 2 feet from our TVs to read this shit, So, in my opinion, they should stop that shit. They should make it more accessible. They should make it more easy to read. But, in general, I don't really have any issues with my eyesight. No. As I've gotten, I agree with you, I'm getting older. Apparently, my eyesight will deteriorate. Just a natural thing. I haven't noticed anything in regards to that. I think I'm all right. So, we'll see. But I think I'm good. I think I'm all right. Okay? All right. That's it for that. Let's now give a shout out to the top cheerers of the week. Thank you very much to the following people who have contributed via cheering. We have a tie between, hold on a second here. Hobo Squatter, It's Me Goku. That's it. Just a tie between Hobo Squatter and It's Me Goku for 9th place. In 8th place, we got Mr. Papavera. 7th place is a double tie. We got a tie. It's actually a tie for 6th for Ninstar Rune and Snow Carl. We have a tie for 666 bits between Ripley Atomic and Seaman Demon Apocalypse. In 3rd place, we got Beastvel. 2nd place, Mature Adult. In 1st place, by a mile, Goro Verk, who did a lot of generous cheering earlier this week. So thanks to all of you who cheered this week. Also, thank you to the following people who contributed via gifting subscriptions. We've got PW Dubs, Fred Flintstone, Kate, Yeah4335, Noah Taylor 22, Snow Carl, and DRS Gangsta, who all gifted a single subscription. Even 55 gifted 2 subs, as well as Big Papa Phil gifted 2 subs. And Star Saint Mark gifted 5 subscriptions. So thank you guys very much. So Otaku Fan to me another $1 and says, someone asked you earlier about the hard bosses in gaming. What bosses have you beaten? Second, I remember that one other boss you didn't beat was that Fury boss, The Burst, back in 2016. Yep, I remember that. And quite frankly, that boss was just so frustratingly designed that I really don't give a fuck to ever beat it. I'm serious. Like, there's some bosses I'm like, man, one day I'm going to go back and I really want to beat it. Like, that super boss in Lost Odyssey, I really one day want to go back and beat that challenge. But that Fury boss just wasn't even fun, and it was designed very unfairly to just annoy the fuck out of you, especially with the checkpoint system and everything. I didn't care. At this point, it's like, I don't give a shit. I just don't. And the thing is, that was an indie game. No one talks about Fury anymore. So I really don't have any desire to ever go back to that game. I just don't care about it. Okay. As for difficult bosses that I've beaten, I don't think anyone's going to dispute that either Ludwig from the Bloodborne DLC, the Old Hunters DLC, or that Champion Gunder from my original Dark Souls 3 run are probably the bosses that gave me the hardest, time. I mean, those were just insano difficult for that time. Now, it's funny because I've gone back since then, replayed those games, and beaten those bosses pretty convincingly without too much difficulty. But it all depends. If anything, what it shows, to me, all right, is that if you go in knowing what's going on with a build that's good, you can pretty much overcome any obstacle in a From Software game. But if you're going in cold turkey, you know nothing about what to expect, you don't know what the good builds are in the game, those honest first runs are some of the hardest things ever in From Software games, just because those games kind of assume you have knowledge. And if you go in ignorant, you're screwed, man. Seriously. So, there you go. I'm not even saying this guy's name, nor am I reading what this guy's saying. Super Flash Charity wants me to unban Egg Gangsters. I already said, this is nor the time nor the place, neither the time nor the place. Do we bring that up? I don't know anything about that situation. Excuse me. It's not time to talk about that, and it's not time to derail the stream about it. There's normal avenues someone can go about by getting unbanned. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the pre-stream. I'm going to take a quick break because I have to use the restroom. And then when we come back, Nioh 2 continues. I think we still have another side mission to do before we head back to the next main mission, I think. I could be completely wrong. I don't remember where we are in the game since the last time I played. I just remember I beat a side mission where I immediately had to fight the boss again that I had just beaten, which was really annoying. But That's the most I remember, so. Excuse me. Okay. Thank you, guys. Break time. I shall be back with Nioh 2 in just a moment. See you in a bit.